everybody, and welcome to a gentle stretching yoga session today. I hope that you're all excuse me, I hope that you're all alright and still safe and still sane. Today's session is going to be quite gentle. We're going to hold the poses a bit like a yin yoga. It's going to be all floor based, and we're going to take it easy today. So let's just begin by sitting cross-legged or whatever's comfy for you, so that you can maintain a nice straight back. Take your shoulders back and down, nice and soft shoulders, hands on knees. Close your eyes and just take a nice deep breath, slow breath in through the nose and a full breath out. And another one, deep breath in and out. And again, nice deep breath in and a breath out. And then just let your breath settle, become soft, natural inhalation, exhalation, keeping the eyes closed, the back straight. Just work your focus up your spine, from the base of your spine, your tailbone, all the way up through your neck. And then imagine someone's pulling you up from the crown of your head. So you're lengthening up through the spine. You can feel a slight stretch in the stomach, a stretch in the muscles in your back. Your chest is opening because your shoulders are back, pushing the chest forward. And just follow your breath. Follow the natural inhalation and exhalation. Follow the path it takes. In through your nose, down into the back of your throat and into your lungs. And as you exhale, up from your lungs, back of your throat, and either out through your nose or your mouth. And as you follow your breath, you'll notice that your mind becomes clearer, but if anything pops in, just observe it and then take your focus back to your breath. Then we're going to take another deep breath in, through the nose, and out through the mouth. And again, deep breath in, and out. Good, last one, deep breath in, and out. Good, and then just open your eyes. I'm just going to stretch the neck, so keeping the back straight, the chest pushed forward, just take your chin down to your chest, holding it there. Noticing and observing where you can feel the stretch down through your back, obviously in the back of your neck. And then keeping your chin down, take it over to your left shoulder. So you're stretching down through the right hand, back of the right hand side of your neck. And then we're going to come back to centre again, keeping the chin down to your chest, taking this time over to the right shoulder. And then bringing it back to centre and taking it up to forward. Again, keeping the back straight. Always need to take a check on what the back and the shoulders are doing. Really try to emphasise on keeping the back straight, the chest pushed forward and the shoulders back and down. So this time I'm going to take the left ear to the left shoulder, so stretching down through the right hand side of the neck, down as far as you can go. Imagine someone's sort of pulling your head down but pushing that right shoulder down. So we're not sort of following the shoulder with the ear, with the head. Good, bring it back up and then take it gently down to the other side, stretching down through the left hand side of your neck. And then bring it back to centre again. Now we're going to go back, we're going to go upwards, so, excuse me, it's just a cough. We're going to take our head back as far as we can, stretching out the front of our neck. You might find that it's easier to open your mouth slightly so that you can take your head right back. Good, one more breath. And then ease the head back to centre. Good. Let's take a twist. So taking the right hand on left knee, left hand behind. We're stretching up through the spine and then twisting. Looking over that left shoulder. Using the hand on the knee to kind of lever ourselves around a bit if you want a little bit more of a twist. But really observe the twist, where it's twisting in your spine, in the muscles, in your back. Good. One more breath. And then come back to centre. So this time this time the left hand is on the right knee. The right hand is behind. You're lifting up through the spine, pushing the chest forward and then twisting. Looking over that right shoulder. Again, using the hand to leave yourself around if you want to. And really feel the twist. Feel that it's happening around the base of your spine, up through mid-back, shoulder blades and neck. Good. One more breath there. And then ease back round to centre. We're going to take the feet, the soles of the feet together, and just ease the groin out and then take a fold forward. So first of all, just bring the soles of the feet together, ease them towards your groin, holding onto your feet or your ankles or your legs, wherever you can have a nice grip, as it were. Push the chest forward, push the chest between your arms, nice straight back, and bounce the knees if you want to. You don't have to bounce the knees, but really feeling the stretch in your hips and into your groin, into your inner thigh perhaps. Good. We can stop bouncing and then we're going to just take the feet forward a bit, about a foot and a half away. Kick the tailbone out from behind you. We're holding onto the feet again. Really reaching up through the spine and breathing in. As you exhale, we're coming down over the feet. So just as far as you can go, it might only be a few millimeters, but you're just feeling it through, this time more into your hips and your buttocks, into your inner thigh as well. You'll still get a stretch through the groin. You might even feel it the more you come down and forward. You might even feel it in your lower back. All good stretches, but it's a good hip opener, good for the hip. And keep the breathing going, keep breathing with the stretch. You might find after a few breaths you can ease yourself down a bit more. Using the hands, gripping the hands on the feet, you can sort of pull yourselves down a bit. You might only hold it for a few seconds and then ease out of the sensation. It's not pain, it's a sensation. But just be mindful of where you can feel it and just observe what your body's doing, and if you want to go a little bit further, observe that, and then observe how by bringing yourself out of the pose a little, you can loosen the sensation. Good. We're going to take one more breath there and ease back up. So we're going to do a similar it's a similar stretch feel it in similar places. So your tailbone is kicked forward, your feet, your knees are slightly bent, and your feet are on the outside edge of your mat, still on the mat but on the outside edge. And you're going to just hold on to your knees and stretch up through the spine. So that's the first part. So really feel the stretch through the spine, nice, strong, active pose rather than hunching the back. Push the chest forward. So as soon as you push the chest and the hips forward, your back gets a little straighter. Holding it there, holding onto your knees so that you can hold it there. Then we're going to take the arms forward, nice and straight. Come back a bit. Nice and straight. Breathing in. And as you exhale, you're coming forward, you're reaching forward. Imagine someone's pulling those hands forward. As far forward as you can go. A little bit more if you want to. Take your hands down to the mat. And then, if you can, hold on to your feet, your ankles, wherever you can, so that you've got a grip to be able to ease yourself down a bit more. We're going to take a breath in. As you exhale, you're coming forward a little bit more, between your knees, taking yourself down and holding it there, and breathing into that stretch. Good. Just take one more breath there. And ease back up. Okay. Now we're going to stretch down through the back of the legs. Nice gentle stretch. We're not trying to get our noses to our knees. It's a nice gentle stretch. So first of all, both legs are out straight. Toes are flexed forward. So immediately, this is not active, this is active. So immediately when you flex your toes towards you, you can start to feel a stretch down through the back of the legs, down through the hamstrings. So then we're going to raise up through, lengthen up through the spine. And then as you inhale, bring your arms up. And as you exhale, you're going to ease down over the legs. Try to reach forward like we did in the last pose, coming down to wherever you can. If you can hold onto your feet, then hold onto your feet. Otherwise, hold onto your legs or your ankles, wherever you can. Take a bind there or a grip there. Take another breath. And as you exhale, you just ease yourself down a little bit further. Find where you feel that edge. Find where it starts to, you start to feel the sensation. And keep breathing, keep the breath going, keep really being in tune with the breath and the stretch. And you might feel that the sensation starts to dissipate on that edge. And you can ease yourself down a bit more. So inhale. And exhale, come down a little bit further. Find a new edge. And just keep breathing. Keep being mindful of where you are, mindful of the stretch, where it's where you're feeling the sensation, down the legs into your lower back, into your buttocks, your glutes. Just really observe where you can feel the stretch happening. Good. Take one more breath. And ease back up nice and slowly. Good. We're going to take, I'll bring that round this way. We're going to take the right leg and bend the knee, bring the right foot in towards the groin. Then then the right hand is going behind. We're stretching up, taking the left hand or the left arm on the outside of that right knee, or if that's too difficult, just hold on to it. And if you can take it on the outside, then you can leave yourself around, looking over your right shoulder. Twist, look around over your right shoulder. It's more of a deeper twist than the first one we did. Looking over that shoulder, and the more you pull that knee around, the more you can get yourself around for a deeper twist. And breathing there and holding it there. And take one more breath there. And ease back round to centre. So, if you've got a cushion or a block, you might want to get it. So we're going to take this knee and ease it down to the side. To support it, if your knee has trouble going down and it can only go to here, and you want to relax it and support it, then put something right under that buttock, under that hip, under that sort of top part of your leg, so that it's supported. Once it's supported, you're looking over that left leg. We're going to breathe in, bring our arms up, stretching up, and as you exhale, come down over that leg, and again holding onto the foot, the ankle, wherever you can, just easing down, finding your edge, breathing into the stretch. You might find that when you come down over one leg, you can come down a little bit further. It's easier to do it with one than with two. Good. Take one more breath there, and then ease back up. So we're going to do the other side. So the right leg is straight and the left leg is in. Did we do that last time? Potentially. I don't know. Can't remember. So, yes, I think we did. So we're holding on to the left knee. The left hand is going behind. And we're taking the right hand or the right arm on the outside if you can, or just cupping and holding around that knee. And then using that arm, leave yourself around, looking over your left shoulder. And again, levering and feeling that twist, a deeper twist happening. Good, take one more breath and ease back round to centre. Good, we're just going to go into the centre of our mat, long ways facing towards me, or facing the long edge. We're crossing our legs again, or however is easiest for you. If it's uncrossed then fine, but just we want to try and maintain a nice straight back. We're coming down with the left hand onto the mat beside us. And we're still pushing our chest forward, bringing the right arm up, and really stretch up with that arm. Make it active. So this is not active, this is active. So you feel that stretch, gently stretching down through the right hand side of your torso. Making sure that that right buttock isn't lifted off, keep it firmly planted onto the mat. And then we're going to move over to the left a bit. So just take a bend in the left elbow and just ease yourself over a little bit more. You can take the arm out and go down onto your forearm if you want, but just go to where you feel comfortable. Try not to bring the arm forward, try to keep it back. So you're really stretching through the arm, nice long straight arm. And it's just giving you a little bit more of a stretch through the torso, the right hand side of your torso. You're going to take one more breath there. And then coming back up over to the other side. So left hand, no, right hand is down. Right hand is down. And then the left arm is stretching up, fingertips to the ceiling. And really stretch, not active, active. Really, really sort of feel that stretch happening down through the left hand side of your torso. And then when you're ready and you want to go over a bit, you can stay there if you want to, but if you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can just bend that right elbow and ease your body down to the side, making sure that that arm isn't forward, but it's back, and it's nice and straight. Again, the buttock isn't lifted. Firmly plant that left buttock on the mat. Good, one more breath there. And then easing back up to centre. So you can stay where you are, but just take your hands behind you. If you can, try to have your fingertips facing forwards, but if it's hard, you can take your fingertips towards the back. So you're leaning back on your arms, you're straightening your arms, and you're going to push your hips forward, push your chest forward, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and drop your head back. Really big open stretch for the chest, nice stretch, heart opener, chest opener. It's strengthening down through your arms into your shoulders. Just be there for as long as you can. If you need to come back up, you can. Take one more breath. And then bring your head up first. And ease the rest of the body back up. Okay. So we're going to come onto all fours now. So just unfold the legs and then ease yourself onto all fours. And make sure that your knees are under your hips and that your wrists are under your shoulders. Same, usual stuff. We're going to move the spine, so as you inhale, kick the tailbone out and look up. And as you exhale, round that spine. Tuck your bottom in, tuck your chin in, really push the spine to the ceiling, curving the spine that way. And then inhale, curve it the other way, so kick the tailbone out and look up. Nice, slow, flowing movement with the breath. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, kick the tailbone out and look up, curving the spine the other way. Exhale, round that spine. Inhale, bring it back up. And exhale, round it. Two more. Inhale, up. And exhale, round. One more. Inhale, up. And exhale, round. And then come back to a flat back. We're just going to go into an extended child's pose just to relax yourselves down. So bring your feet together and take your knees nice and wide. Ease the bottom down onto your ankles, if that's not possible, because you need to have this bottom part of your back and your bottom relaxed. It can't be up in the air you can't be doing this. It has to be relaxed down. So if you need to pad the gap out between your bottom and your ankles, grab a few cushions and stick them there. So you're actually sitting on something. Then when you're sitting on something, you can start taking yourself down. If you're taking yourself down and this happens, you need to just bring the bottom back to where you just need to keep bringing the bottom back to a relaxed position down. Then you can start bringing yourself down a bit further. If you can't come down all the way, then fine, just keep to where you are, but it's important that your backside is relaxed down. However, if you can go all the way down, stretch the arms out in front and ease your chest and your head down on the mat. If you can't get your head on the mat, stick another cushion there, it's fine. It's all good. It's all about relaxing, but you're easing the hips out, because we'll stay here for a bit. Easing the hips out. And just enjoy this position. Relax into it. Keep the breathing going. Good. Then we're going to ease back up to all fours. Gently bring yourself back up to all fours. Bring the knees back so that they're under your hips. So the next thing we're going to do is called thread the needle, which we've done before in sessions, but I don't think we've done any in these online classes. So we're going to start with the left arm. So the left arm is going through the gap between the right knee and the right wrist, and you're going to ease yourself down onto your left shoulder. Your left palm is facing up and your left ear and side of your head is going on the mat. If you feel unstable, put a cushion under your head or under your shoulder. So that's the first bit. If you feel that that's enough for you, then try and just stay there. If you want to go for the next bit, which is another twist, we're going to take the right arm up. Palms are facing towards me, or to the way you're facing, and try to take the arm back as far as it'll go. And then we're going to take this top arm over the left ear, no, the right ear, to the front edge of the mat. It's nice and straight, the arm. The fingertips are at the front edge or the short edge of your mat. Now, if you're there and you're happy to stay there for another little bit, then stay there. Otherwise, ease back up to all fours. But if you want a little extra something, take your right foot and you're going up onto the toes, and then you're going to extend the right foot out to the front. So you're kind of on your left knee a bit, your left shoulder. Good. So just ease that left hand back, bring the left knee in, and then ease back up to all fours. Move this way. So we're doing the right side this time. So make sure that you realign the knees and the wrists, and you're taking the right arm through the gap between the knee and the left wrist, onto your right shoulder and your right side of your head and your ear. This palm is facing up, and then when you're ready, just adjust myself. When you're ready, take that left arm up and back, just as far as it'll go. The further it goes back, the more of a twist you get, and the more of a chest opening action you have. Good, then when you're ready, and if you can, the next stage is taking that arm over the ear, stretching it to the other edge of your mat, no, the same edge, and nice straight arm over the ear, just almost relax into that if you can. And then if you want to do the leg thing, you can do the leg thing, or you can stay there, or you can go back up into all fours. But if you're going to do the leg thing, just tuck the toes under of the right foot and then ease that right leg out in front. Good. One more breath. And then you're sliding that that left hand up. Bring the left knee in. Come back up to all fours. Excellent. We're now going to go on to our tummies. So down we go with our tummies. Legs out behind us. Into Sphinx pose so that we're forearms are flat, hands are flat, your elbows are under your shoulders. You just adjust yourself so that you're feeling equal with the legs are on firmly down onto the mat. And then just as you push your chest forward, you look up, so you feel a back bend happening down sort of the lower back area. Nice stretch for the lower back. Looking up as high as you can. And if you want a little extra for the back, a little bit more of a back bend, you keep your hands where they are and then straighten your arms, looking up. You can immediately feel a little bit more pressure and more of a bend in the back. If you've got backache, it's quite good, but don't overdo it. If you feel like you need to, you come back down onto your forearms. Always try and stay there for a few more breaths. Good, one more breath there. And then ease back down to your forearms, or staying on your forearms. We're then going to come down with the chest and the head, and then take the arms down by the side of us, and then just pull your hands, lift your thighs up, put your hands onto or under your thighs, and we'll lift up into the locust position. So you need to look forward, breathe in, and as you exhale, you're lifting your chest, your head and your legs up. Again, another back bend, holding it there. Taking one more breath. And then easing the head and the chest down. Taking the hands down. And just take a couple of breaths lying down on your tummy. Good. So just bring your hands down or up by your shoulders, flat on the mat, and just ease yourself back up, take the hips back up, walk the knees forward, and we're going to go into a child's pose. So instead of taking your feet together and knees nice and wide, you just stay where as you are, take your bottom again over your heels. You might want to again put a cushion there so you can rest your bottom down. And then from there you're going to round the spine. Take your hands down by your feet and just put your head on the mat. If you can't get your head on the mat, then put a cushion there and put it so that you can rest your head. And because we're staying in this position for a bit. And there, when you've got your head on the mat, just really round the shoulders and drop the shoulders down, because it's a relaxing position, but we're also stretching our legs, our thighs, the lower, the lower back. But because we've done back bends one way, we're bending the other way just to counteract the stretch. And just breathe into this place. Good. We'll take one more breath there. And then bring your hands to where your head is. Push gently up to centre. And we're going to come forward so that we're on the middle of the mat, facing towards me, or facing the long edge of the mat. Legs are nice and wide and straight. Flexing those toes in towards you, and we want to try and maintain a nice flat or a nice straight back. So how I do it is I hold on to the inner thigh so that I can push myself up, push my chest forward, making those legs active. You need to engage the core a bit here because this is a Pilates move. So just hold the stomach muscles in, engage that core, and we'll hold it there. Good. We're now going to let go. So, we're going to take our hands out in front. Then, keeping our back straight, we're going to take our hands out to the side. Really push the chest forward, take those arms back. You'll start feeling in your hips, in your lower back, perhaps your glutes. Try to keep those arms up and not drop them down or forward. Don't round the shoulders, keep the shoulders back. Keep the core engaged, keep yourself upright. And we're going to bring the arms in front. Breathing in. As you exhale, you're reaching forward and then taking the arms down, holding it there. And staying bent down, staying down towards the mat, we're going to walk our hands over to the right leg. So we're holding on to the right leg, the foot, wherever you can. And feeling it down through that left-hand side of the back into your big muscle, the QL muscle, giving that a little bit of a stretch. And then we're going to walk our hands forward, stretching forward a little bit further. See if you can go a little bit further. And then we're going to walk our hands over to the left leg. Holding onto the left leg. Good. We're going to walk our hands back to the centre, still bent forward, still stretching forward a little bit more. And then easing back up. Excellent. So we're bringing the feet together. We're turning so that we're on the short edge of the mat. We're kicking the tailbone forward. So we're on the fleshy part of the bottom. The knees are bent. We're having that nice V shape between the torso and the thighs. We're picking up the knees. We're holding on underneath the knees. And hold again. It's a Pilates position. We're using the core. We're making those thighs nice and active, firming the thighs up. Make sure that the shoulders are not up and they're down. Relaxing and making the shoulders soft. And if you're happy to stay there, you can stay there, just because it's using the core where you are now. If you want a little extra, you can just let go of your knees and bring your hands and arms to the side of the knees. But if you start coming down like this onto your back, onto your spine, you need to bring your hands back to the knee situation. This needs to stay the same angle. If you want a little extra, you can take your arms up. Again, if you start leaning back, no, it's not good for you. You need to bring your hands back to your knees. Only do it if you can maintain that V shape. Good, we're going to take one more breath there. And then ease your feet down. So, ease yourself to the front edge of the mat, round the spine and bring yourself down onto the mat nice and gently. And then bring your knees into your chest. And just rock from side to side. Massage the base of your spine. And if you can, 2 forefingers and big toe, holding onto your feet, your big toe. You're going to take the knees nice and wide, keep the knees bent, but your knees nice and wide, feet nice and wide. Soles of your feet are facing the ceiling or the sky, and you're just going to pull down with your arms, your hands on your feet. Pull down so you feel it again in your groin, into your thighs, into your hips. And the more you go wider with your feet, the more you'll feel it in your groin. Happy baby, this is called. Good, bring the feet back together, release the bind, hold on to the knees, bring the knees back into the chest. Really hug the knees, see if you can get your chin to your knees. Release the head and the shoulders back down onto the mat, taking your arms nice and wide out to the side. Take the knees down to the right and look over to the left. Just drop the knees down. Let any tension be released from the hips and the knees and the feet, and then look over to the left. Make sure that both shoulder blades are on the mat. It's just a supine twist, a twist on the as you lie down. It's a nice relaxing end to the practice. bring your head and your knees back to centre. We're then going to take the knees down to the left this time, relaxing the knees and the hips and the feet down, and looking over to the right. One more breath there. And bringing your knees back to centre. And we're going to go into relaxation now. So get yourselves nice and comfy on the mat, if that means putting a cushion under your head and grabbing a blanket or putting more clothes on. Do this now. Release the legs down in front of you, or on the mat. Nice and straight legs. Take your hands down by the side of you, palms facing up. Make yourself comfy on the mat. And close your eyes. Sink down into the mat. And we'll do our Tibetan cleansing breaths. So take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And HA out. And again, nice deep breath in. HA out. Last one. Big deep breath in. HA out. Release all that pent up energy, tension. And we'll start the relaxation from the toes upwards. So relaxing your toes, the soles of your feet, the tops of your feet, your ankles. Relaxing your shins and calf muscles, knees and thighs. Relax your hips, your pelvis, and let the stomach muscles be soft. Relax your spine, vertebra by vertebra, down into the mat. Imagine it's sinking down, melting down into the mat. Release any tension from your chest and shoulders. And then relax down through the arms, the tops of the arms, your elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, fingers, thumbs. Relax the back of your neck and your throat, your jaw, your chin, your cheeks. Relax the area around your eyes, your eyelids, eyebrows, your forehead and the top of your head. And just allow a wave of relaxation to flow from your head all the way through your body down to your toes. Really be aware of your body sinking down into the mat, sinking into stillness. Really be aware of how your body feels. It might feel heavy. Allow it to feel heavy, like it's sinking into the mat. And allow yourself to make a mental scan of your body. Just observe if there's any remaining tension in your body. Locate it if there is, and just concentrate on those parts that need to relax a little bit more, and just really let the tension go. Really be mindful of letting that go. and soften into the world around you. Allow the air and the earth to heal, revive, rejuvenate and reawaken you. Remember how wildness always holds you close, strong, consistent, slow and steady, rocks you in smells and sights and rhythms, is always there to ground us, is always soothing and knowing and simple and ready. And then just start to bring your awareness back into your room, onto your mat. Just wiggle your fingers, your toes, and take a nice nourishing breath in through the nose and a full breath out. And then bring your knees to your chest and roll over onto your right or your left side, whichever is easiest for you, because you're at home. And then keeping your eyes closed if you can, just start to ease yourself slowly back up to cross-legged or a seated position. And then when you're seated, place your hands over your eyes, open your eyes behind your hands, and then bring your hands together into prayer position to your heart space. Namaste. Thank you, and I hope you feel chilled after this gentle stretch today. Take care everybody, stay safe as usual, and I hope to see you all again. Thank you for continuing this journey with me.